So today I am going to show you two self-cleaning ovens, the catalytic and the pyrolytic self-cleaning oven. And we are going to find out if these methods really works. This is a Miele oven, which I call half self-cleaning because it's only this back panel that is able to self-clean itself. It actually cleans itself every time the oven heats over 200 degrees. All the grease and fat burns off. I call it half self-cleaning because it only does the back panel and everything else I have to do it manually. This is how my oven was left with roasting juices and fats after roasting a duck. And this is how I will get rid of all the grease. This panel is perforated with some tiny holes which are fantastic at absorbing grease. But of course, if your recipe is very oily, some of the stain or some of the grease is going to remain during cooking. And that's why I will need to run the oven on its own so that that grease can be able to melt and come off. The sides, top and bottom are coated with a perfect clean finish, which is non-stick. This makes cleaning easy but works well when you wipe the oven when it's still warm. As you can clearly see, the back panel doesn't have so much grease. And it's simply because this panel has a special catalytic enamel coating. It's this grayish metal. As I said before, anytime the oven reaches over 200 degrees C, it automatically burns the fat and oil. But now we need to get rid of some of the grease that did not burn off, mostly after a very oily recipe. This is how you go about it. Start by removing all the accessories, including the side runners. And since the side runners are stainless steel, I have to clean these manually, and I have to clean also this non-stick manually. After your oven is empty now, select the Fan Plus function and 250 degrees C. We are going to do this manually because there is no special program. Then heat the empty oven for at least 1 hour. Everything else, I have to clean it manually, just using warm water and soap. This baking tray has a perfect clean finish, which means it's non-stick and it makes cleaning very easy. I will first soak it for a few minutes with soap and warm water, and you will see that most of the dirt will come out very easily. But the persistent soiling, I am going to use the back of a scouring pad or spirit and scrub out without much force. Rinse well and don't use any harsh chemicals, even baking soda, as it's going to lose its non-stick properties. But I must say that this non-sticks works well if you clean your baking tray every time you use it before heating it again, as the food residues and grease will keep sticking and that will be very hard to remove. And in the meantime, the self-cleaning is finished. One downside of this method is that it does not remove stains from spices and sugar. There are these tiny marks you can see. I will try to remove them using a damp microfiber cloth. But the good thing is, if it's too dirty, you can remove this panel and wash it up by hand. Just make sure that the oven is disconnected from electricity. Results when it's still damp, and here it's when it's completely dry. Totally perfect results. All grease is gone. I must admit that this finish, this non-stick, I like it because it's a fine touch compared to this rough panel. But the roof, I wish it was coated with the same panel because it could also be self-cleaning. So it could save me the extra work. And by the way, nobody sees the roof. So if it was self-cleaning, it could be more efficient. So As you can clearly see, the roof of my oven was left dirty, and it's because it's made of a different material. So this method only cleans the back panel, which is another downside. Here I am just reassembling everything back. Fix the runners here in front. It will make a click sound. And now let us see how Pyrolytic self-cleaning oven works. This method cleans the top, bottom, and the sides. It's a program that you choose, and during this time the door stays locked for safety. The oven will heat up over 400 degrees C, which is powerful enough to turn stains into a fine ash, making cleaning a breeze. And all you need to do is to wipe it off, and your oven is ready for use. My conclusion is, if the Catalytic had the 4 panels coated with this enamel, then it could work very well. As we have learned, it keeps cleaning itself every time the oven heats over 200 degrees, which is very good because your oven will keep clean. But since mine is only the back panel that is self-cleaning, so I would say that the Pyrolytic self-cleaning is more efficient. And that is it from my side, guys. I do hope that you have learned something about self-cleaning ovens. Until next time, bye-bye.